Hello, and today I was fiddling about. I managed to stop myself from fiddling anymore so that I could come on and just do a quick chat, which I hope some people will find useful or just enjoy. So, this is about Happy Family Spell. Not that anything has happened in my family, I'm very grateful for. And I do have witch bottles. I have a happiness one and I have a home protection one that I renew each year. But I was out in the garden hanging the washing earlier and was overhearing something, and it brought to mind those that, there are those with younger people than I've got. My big people still squabble when they're together. One of them doesn't live at home anymore, but even when they're together, they still squabble. And it's school holidays. Blessings and not so much blessings sometimes when everyone's together. And I thought, what could we do as witches quickly? Because we haven't always got time to sit for a period of time to put a witch bottle together. Although they don't take long, but they take a bit longer than something quick. And I thought, I'm going to go and look in Rachel's books, because that's what I do. And this one jumped out, Kitchen Witch Spells and Charms. And sure enough, there is a happy family spell. So, and then as I carried on piddling about, as I do, and was working out whether I would actually do this, how I would do it, I thought, okay, so yes, you could follow the basic spell in the book. However, as Rachel is always saying, the more layers that you put into a spell, the more your intention grows and the strength of your intention grows, and you make it your own. So this is a very basic spell, and then I'll go through some bits and pieces that I've since thought of that I could, would, might add to them. And we'll see where we go. And obviously, at the end of the day, hopefully this will spark something in you and you'll suddenly think, oh, I could do this. Because that's the whole idea. We make the spells our own. So the basic spell is this. This spell uses wolf energy. Wolves have a very strong family bond within their pack. Use this energy for your own pack of humans. You will need a strand of hair from each person in the family. You don't have to go and pull it straight off their head. You can take it from the hairbrushes. You'll need an envelope, a pen, and a picture or an image of a wolf. Now, this could be a photo, if you've been lucky enough to actually been to any of the wolf sanctuaries, or if you've got a friend who has that can give you a photo. It can be an image of the internet, or it can be a picture. And me being me, I've got this picture, which is an Anne Stokes. Don't know if you see that picture, which has also got quite a nice box frame, which I'll come to in a minute. But yeah. Anyway, Rachel then says, you take the hairs and you twist them together. Now, I'd take that as twisting loosely. You don't want to bind them together, so you wouldn't wrap them tightly. So to me, that means that you just loosely wrap them. Pop them in the envelope and write on the front of it. She doesn't give you the words. She just says the words should come from your heart, but something along the lines of family bonds. Now, for me, immediately I'm thinking I'd probably put names on the envelope. I would probably put hearts and maybe together, happiness, peace, calm, tranquility. I'd probably write all over, but that's just me. Then you'd put the envelope behind the image of the wolf and keep it on your altar, or tack it up if you've got a family notice board. So the envelope's behind the picture of the wolf. So that was what the spell said. So, like I said, I thought immediately of my picture, with the lovely area at the back, and thought, oh, that's handy, as you do. I then thought, other layers. What other layers could you put into this? So immediately, pens, colours. And the colours that Rachel recommends for home blessings or happy family, brown, black, green. So you've already got colour correspondences coming in here as you are writing on the envelope. And if you've got different coloured envelopes, so I happen to have a brown one, but white. White is universal, so you can put your intent into that. If you wanted to add some crystals, coming back to this, I knew I'd put the book down too quickly. So for crystals, Rachel suggests amethyst, aquamarine, aventurine, blue tourmaline, calcite, carnelian, Christophorese, citrine, clear quartz, lepidolite, obsidian, rhodochrosite, rose quartz, or turquoise. So if you've got any of those as little chips, they could go in the envelope. Herbs. So again, Rachel just says any of the happiness, peace, or love herbs. So going to love. It's a long list. I'm not going to read it all out. It's okay. So you've got things like agrimony, basil. I mean, most of us have got basil, you know, in the food cupboard, the herb food cupboard. Caraway, cardamom, chamomile, cinnamon, cloves, what else? Coriander, cumin, dill. What else is there? Frankincense, geranium, ginger, heather. It always makes me smile when I see that. Sorry. Lavender, lemon balm, lovage, meadowsweet, rosemary, rose, sea holly, thyme, vervain, valerian. So again, you could sprinkle some of those into your envelope as you are doing your working, just saying those words over and over again. Love, peace, happiness, togetherness, harmony, whatever words you want to use that mean something to you. If you wanted to do it on the day of the week, I think, if I'm right, it comes on a Tuesday or a Saturday. I keep losing that page, which is ridiculous, isn't it? Where am I? Yes, Tuesday or Saturday. The planet to use would be the moon. And if you wanted to throw in some zodiac signs, Taurus and Cancer. Cancer makes sense because of the moon. Moon phase, new moon. So if you wanted to do this quickly, you'd use the sun. So you'd do it first thing in the morning, dawn or early morning, because you're catching that new sun energy. So yeah. So that is the basic one with some correspondences thrown in. And then as I was carrying on pottering about, I suddenly thought, actually, there are other ways of working this. So I came up with doing a little sachet thing. So if you've got a black, brown, green, or white, little one of these organza bags, you can actually write like a petition on a bit of paper and roll it up with the hairs inside, or fold it up with the hairs inside. Pop that in with your crystals and your herbs. And I then thought, actually, I've got one of these. So if you've got anything like these little charm things, that's my one that I've got, is a wolf charm. So yeah, so then I thought, well, I could actually do that, and then as I tie up the bag, I can attach my wolf charm to the bag, and then I can just use the bag on my altar or hanging up somewhere in the house, Or I could still, because as I say, I'm lucky enough, I've got that box bit, the bag would go behind there when it's back up on the wall. So yeah, there was me thinking, what else can I do to this spell? And I hope that has been useful. I hope that you will think about it. What would you do with that basic spell? What would you do to actually add your intention, actually add your energies to make the spell your own? So yeah, I hope my waffle has been useful and amusing, and I'll see you next